Welcome back, guys. In this video we'll learn how to cut this blouse, asymmetric overlap blouse. Okay, and I'll be cutting directly on the fabric, and I used 2 years for this. Okay, so I've ruled my starting point line. I folded my fabric into two. Now we are cutting the back first. Okay, and then I marked out my full length. I did a full length of 26 inches plus seam allowance to make it 27 inches. Now you can use from 25 to 27 inches depending on the height of the person. Now I've marked my shoulder measurements. Okay, then from my shoulder I'll mark the length of the um it's a cut together sleeve, so I'll mark the length of my sleeve. I did 6.5 inches, 6 inches for the length and half inch for seam allowance. If you want yours longer, you can do 7 to 8 inches, is fine. Okay, now from there, my sleeve opening, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Okay, and then I'm connected to the neck width. I'll mark out my neck width of, I'm going to do a neck depth for the back of 1 inch or 1.5. Okay, and then for the neck width I'm going to do 3.5, and then I'm going to connect it with a curve, and then I'm going to connect that shoulder stand that I have on there to the neck width. All right, so from that from that shoulder slope, I'm going to mark out my opening, and then first I'm going to mark my waist measurement. So from my starting point, that's my neck, my waist is 17 inches. I'm going to mark it and just rule a straight line. Now does that mean the quantity of fabric to fold? You're going to divide your hip by 4, and then you're going to add extra 2 to 3 inches allowance. Okay, so moving on, from my shoulder slope, I'm going to mark my sleeve opening. So I want my sleeve opening to be 9 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. So a total of 10 inches. I marked it on there and just ruled my line like so. So there is where I'll input my bust circumference. Okay, so I'll go ahead and input my bust circumference. So my a quarter of my bust, I'm going to impute it there. Then I'll add 1.5 allowance. Okay, so half inch is for ease allowance and 1 inch is for seam allowance. Now for ease allowance is because I want it to be a little bit free and not so tight on my body. You can even add 1 inch depending on how loose fitted you want it. Okay, so I did my bust circumference divided by 4. I marked it and I added half inch ease allowance, 1 inch seam allowance, so a total of 1.5 inch allowance. Okay, on my waist I also did a quarter of my waist plus 1.5. Okay, then on my hem I did my hip. Okay, my hip measurement divided by 4, I marked it. Then I added here on my hip, I added 1 inch ease allowance because I don't want my hip to be very tight. Okay, so I want it to be a little bit A-shaped sort of. So I added a total of 2 inches on my waist. I'm connecting all this point together. See how I'm connecting it? Okay, so the hip it's not going to be super tight. Okay, so connected it and just connected it like this and cupped my armhole area so that there will be no pointiness on there. And I'm going to cut this out. This is my back, like I mentioned. I'm going to add half inch seam allowance on my shoulder area, and I'll cut this out. So we're going to use this back as a guide to cut the front. Okay, the front is an overlap, it's slightly overlapped, so we're going to be using the back to cut the front. Now I was just cross checking my measurements, and yeah. Now for the front, I folded my fabric into two like I did the back. And then on the folded area, I'll make sure I have some space. I have like 4 inches. So the overlap, the 4 inches space would be for my overlap, okay? So you just watch what I'm doing and you understand. So I'm not going to put it exactly on the folded area. I'm going to measure 4 inches from the folded area. Just measure 4 inches from the top to the bottom, and then that is where I'm going to place the center of the back, that is on the 4 inches mark. Now this space, like I said, is for the overlap for the front piece, okay? So guys, if you're watching up to this point, please like this video, subscribe to this channel if you're not yet subscribed, okay? And turn on your notification bell in case whenever I post new videos, you get notified, or you get to see it, okay? And share this video so more people can see it as well. These things are absolutely free, okay? It just helps to helps your creator. All right, thank you so much. Now, like I said, I placed the center of the back on that 4 inches mark, okay? And just like that, we're now go ahead and work on the front. Now just rule the line for my hem, and from my hem for the front, I'm going to come on there and mark about 4 to 5 inches because the front is a bit longer, okay, at the hem. Mark for the 5 inches, and here I marked 4.5, so I'll just mark it like this and I'll connect it to this other part like this with a little slant. You can use your hand and just eyeball it. Can you see? So for the neck of the front, I'm going to place my tape and measure out the 1.5 inch for the back neck depth, and then I'll mark 7 inches. So 7 inches is for the neck depth of my front, okay, from my neck, 7 inches. Then for the break point, which is where the button would be, you can make your break point to be on your underbust, on your waist, but I marked 15 inches because that is where I want mine to be. Now I'm going to connect my neckline to the break point. As you can see, I made sure that I first connected it to the neck depth of 7 inches that I marked there, and then all the way down to the break point, okay? Go ahead and cut this out, okay? And then once I cut the neckline and the hem, there's still a little alteration rather, or a little thing we will do for the front, okay? But let me cut it out first, open it up, and I'll show you what next to do to the front piece. Now we're going to slash the center piece open, the remaining part of the center piece, that's the center front, like I'm doing, slash it open. Of course, it's going to be 2 pieces. Now I'll notch my neck line where the points meet, okay? So by the time you open it up like this and match the notches, okay, one is going to overlap, so the right one will overlap on the left, right? And now we'll work on the left piece. Okay, now if you notice that on the left piece, you will notice that a bit of fabric is showing. Now we are going to do something about that. So on the hemline or the center front of the left piece, come up by 2 inches like this, and you're going to connect it back to this other part and cut it out. Now the reason is because you don't want the left piece, the hem of the left piece, to be showing when it overlaps. So watch how it's going to look like. Now I've aligned it, I've overlapped it, and it's no longer showing on this side. Okay, now the next thing to do on this right piece of the center front is I'm just going to mark, give it a little slant on there. So here you mark 1 inch and you're going to connect it to the break point like I'm doing with a little slant, just to give it that slanty shape at the front. And that is all basically. When you're done, I am going to go ahead and cut the fabric for each of the piece, the front piece and the back piece. Cut the fabric for each of them, and we are going to join the shoulders. We'll start joining. We're going to do the inseam finishing, so all the seam will be on the inside. Okay, so I'll cut the fabric and I'll join the shoulder of, put the pin fabric and the shoulder of the lining. Okay, so on here is where we'll attach the button. Okay, once we are done at the break point, we'll make a button hole and attach the button. So I'm cutting my back first, then I'll go ahead and cut for the front. You cut the front separately because you know that the two pieces are not the same. Okay, and this is also my belt. You know, it has a belt that you tie at the back. So the width of my belt is 5.5 and the length is 30 inches, and I have two pieces of each that I'll fold and turn inside out. Okay, now like I said, I've already joined the shoulders of the neckline, just the shoulders, because like I said, we are turning this the inseam way. Okay, now I'll open the lining, so I'll just match the lining to the main fabric for front facing front, match the neckline, match the shoulders. Okay, and then I am going to, just like this, I'm going to sew all the way round, like sew the sleeve area by 1/2 inch, of course, the hem, just sew the all the way around, but you leave a little bit of space on a part on the side seam. Okay, you leave just like about 2 to 3 inches that you use and turn this inside out. Okay, so go ahead and sew this thing round with 1/2 inch. I've done that, as you can see. I've sewn everything up, and I'm going to notch the curved areas, the armhole area, the neckline, all the curved areas or places that you know that they need notching. And then I'm going to, you know, that space I told you that you need to leave open, you're going to turn this, look at the space here, put your hand in there and turn this inside out after you're done notching, so that by the time you turn and iron, everything is going to lay flat. After I turned it, I've ironed it flat, and this is what it looks like. Okay, now I'll go ahead and turn this to the back, and I'm going to insert my belt before I shape it, that is before I sew the sides. So turn it to the back like this, and then from your shoulder, or your neck rather, yeah, from your shoulder, that's your starting point, you're going to mark to your waist. That is where your belt would be, but I don't like to mark exactly on my waist. Okay, so I'll just mark from 15 to 16 inches. That is what I'll mark. I mark 15 inches actually, so that is where I'll place my belts, and then I'll sew the size by 1/2 inch. Now we're sewing by 1/2 inch because we added 1 inch smaller ones, right? And we already turned it with 1/2 inch, so what's left is 1/2 inch. I've sewed it and ironed, and this is what it looks like, guys. This is just basically it. This is the end of the tutorial. So you go ahead and attach your buttonhole and your button here, and on the neck part you attach a press button because you don't want your cleavage to be popping, like you don't want it to be opening. Okay, So this is the end of the tutorial, guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please like this video, subscribe, share, and just drop your comments or ask me any questions, and I'm going to see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.